we're good, okay? All right, so here's the trading view chart. We're gonna go over first. Let's go over trading view. Okay, so here's trading view platform. We're going more in detail. I pretty much will cover all of the prominent tools in trading view as I did with MetaTrader 4. You know, so you want to keep in mind that TradingView is a web service and social network for traders with a platform for technical analysis. So it's a lot more social platform, and you want to think of it as a Facebook for traders. And you could download this via smartphone or tablet. So it's kind of the same way. The portability is pretty much the same as MetaTrader 4. So that's a cool feature that you guys have along with trying to see somebody. Okay, so we're good. But yeah, it's a pretty cool feature that you can use with TradingView as well. You can, high pass, the portability is good as well. So yeah. All right, so we'll go to the platform and then answer all these questions here. All right, cool. So let me go to a clean chart. I'm sorry about the mess, guys. Let's see. RGB. Okay, cool. All right, cool. So as you guys know, you guys can use trend lines here. Oops, let me hide this. Okay, so as you guys know, you can use trend lines here, right? And so simply by going to this tab here, you're able to pull up the trend line, and you can use it and allow yourself to mark up the chart as I'm doing here. Okay, so you can create a little zone here, and you can see this is a downward channel as well. One second, we have one. So Lexi has a question. She's asking, do I ever mark up chart on TradingView on my phone? Honestly, I rarely do that. I rarely mark up anything on my phone. Like even on MetaTrader 4, I don't mark up on my phone. That's just me. Granted, you can you can do it, but I don't do markups on my phone. Like I have the pen and everything on my Samsung that I could use, but I just don't do it. I have the Note, so I could, but I just don't. I use my laptop, to mark up my charts, and then on my phone, I'll just view how my trades are running, and I usually just use my phone to close trades, and to enter trades or modify trades, things of that nature, but never really mark up. I mean, not saying you can't, but my personal preference, I really just don't prefer to do so. I mean, you can do it, but I do have my indicators on there, like my SMAs, my EMAs, my moving averages, so I can just pull up the chart and view what's going on. But nothing really in terms of marking up charts. Awesome, guys. Okay, so here's your trend lines and stuff, right? Another thing you can do is you can use the dot cursor here. So it's just a dot that you can use to move around the screen. If you want, you can use like a cross as I was using. So it's like a crosshair, kind of like with MetaTrader 4. You got the arrow. So it's an arrow. Unless you hover over a candle, it turns into a hand. And then you also have like an eraser. If you want to like erase stuff, you can see here's an eraser. So it'll just like erase anything that you have on here, like any type of tools or anything like that, any patterns or anything like that. Okay, so let's go back to this tab here. You can have a trend line. You can have another trend line with angles. So as you can see here, you can have angles with your trend line. So if you want to make sure, like, okay, every time I draw a downtrend, it has to equal like -14 a -14 angle, then you'll be able to measure that out and stuff. as well. You can use a horizontal array. So what that is pretty much like from one point of the chart to the other. And so it doesn't go across the whole screen. It just pretty much goes from that current price to wherever you mark it at. So I can even move it all the way here. I can move it here. I can move it here. This price. But it just lets you know the price that you're at for the most part. That's its main purpose. You have the arrow. So you can, it just points to wherever, you're looking to go. You have your array. So let me take out these others. You have your array here. So it's like drawing out a trend line, but it's more easier to like maneuver and adjust because now you have like two handles. So you have a handle here to make it go up and down more intensely, and then you also have this as well where you can make it go up and down as well. Okay. Okay. You also have a couple more tools that I'll let you guys experiment with. But yeah. Also notice that, or do bear in mind that you can actually set alarms whenever a price hits one of these lines. So let's say I draw out this trend line, right? If you double click it, you can go to alert, and you can actually set a timer. So if you're sleeping and price goes up to that level, you know what I'm saying, you'd be able to set an alarm to wake you up and make a trade. And they can even send like emails to you. They can send text messages as well. So the version I have, which is the pro version, so everything you guys are seeing is just a rundown of the pro version, but the version I have is the pro version. So I'm not able to receive text messages, but if you upgrade it, you will be able to receive text messages as well. But I don't know, I hadn't been receiving emails lately, so I'm not sure what's up with that. Hopefully I can get that fixed. They've been having problems with that. But yeah, if you want the alarm to ring once every minute, kind of like a snooze ordeal, then you can do that. If you want the alarm to ring once per bar, you can do that. If you want the alarm to ring once that candle that has breached the that certain trend line has closed, then you can do that. Or if you want to ring only once, then yeah, you can do that as well. You can also add notes here, like you can be like, buy, or sell this pair. Just depends on what you want to do, and you just hit create. And then this section here is your alarm section. It'll show you all your alarms, all your pending alarms as well. Okay, so yeah, you can do that with any of the tools that you pull out from this ordeal here. So any of these you can set alarms for if they're touched. Okay, so here's some more tools, man. I mean, one thing that TradingView allows you to do is just use a plethora of many different tools. Okay, so yeah, that's a pretty cool thing that you can look into. You know what I'm saying? But the main two that I use is just the fib retracement and the trend Fibonacci extension. Okay, those are my main two, and I got a star by them, and that means they're my favorite. I put those in favorites, so they're actually added to my hot list. And so my hot list, I mean, instead of going all the way here, instead of going all the way here to like pick one of these, I mean, it's already there for me, so I'll just click it real quick. So I have my trend line, horizontal array, arrows, my ellipses, my harmonic pattern. So it's all available instantaneously. It's like your favorite list pretty much. Okay, let's move on. So you can also create. You can also have other tools as well. You can have a triangle. I usually use triangles to show like shoulder head shoulder patterns. Like, actually, let me do this real quick. So I usually use that just for like the shoulder head shoulder patterns as well. That's really what I use my triangles to do, mainly. Um, you know, but yeah, you can use your triangles. You can use like ellipses. You can do that. Um, they have arcs. You can use an arc. It's pretty simple stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's not too complicated. Just depends on what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Depends on what you want to do. Yeah, it's pretty simple stuff. So here's really mainly where you'll be dealing with all your text things. So like, if you want to type out something, you know what I'm saying? You can style it up. You can add the color, all that stuff. The visibility, you can adjust it, and whatever you want to type, you can just write it here. So you can just type that out and bam, click OK. And now you have this text where you can drag and drop. And you guys have been seeing me use this tool, so it really shouldn't be like familiar or new to you guys, but more familiar for you guys. But yeah, you also have like, you can have notes and stuff, arrows as well, which I really use, but that doesn't mean that can't change. Here you have all of really harmonic patterns. These are all really just harmonic patterns, harmonic usage. As you guys see, I have my favorite ABCD pattern, the X ABCD pattern, which I talked to you guys about earlier. And they're my favorites, so I added them to my hot list as well. And I just use that to trade the market. So you can just click them, and then just set it up like accordingly as well. So pretty simple stuff, guys. So here, this is pretty unique. So you have, this is really used really if you want to like project, like you want to publish an idea. And so my favorite is the long and the short position tools here. And so pretty much how this works is, let's say that I feel like market's gonna go up here, right? Okay. So I feel like market's gonna go up. I'll even have an arrow showing. Let me bring up my arrow showing the market to rise, right? And so you can actually, show people where you have the range, you have your stop loss at, and where you have your take profit at. So let's say that my take profit was going to be all the way up here. I was going to get out the trade right up at the very top right there, right? This is my take profit. And so that's the profit. That's the zone in which I'm expecting the price to go up in, right? And then so this red box is also my zone where price may go in the other way, but as long as it doesn't go past the end of this red box, then we're good. Okay, so just pretty much showing you the ratio, the risk reward ratio pretty much. And then it also gives you a percentage, 3.67, which is a pretty good risk reward ratio. And you can use this tool to, determine whether or not, you have a good risk reward ratio. That's pretty much all that's really used for. And then you have the opposite tool for like a sell. And so like, let me go to my hotkey here. So, so yeah, if I thought the market was going to drop, the green would be like where I would have my take profit, and then the red would be like where I have my stop loss. Okay, and then the risk to reward ratio, as you guys see, like that's a lot of room, for your stop loss. So that's pretty bad. You want more room for your take profit and less room for your stop loss, meaning you'll lose less money, right? And so you have the ratio 0.54, which isn't a good one. So you guys can see, there's a lot of tools you can use here as well on TradingView. And then here you can use like emojis and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They got a plethora of emojis that you can use. You know what I'm saying? I guess just to be a little fancy if you want to be. Now you got this ruler here which shows you the amount of pips. You know what I'm saying? That that you may have. So you simply, let's say you want to measure how many pips price went from here all the way down to here. Well, you'll start here by clicking there and then just drag it here. And so it'll give you that, the amount of pips that you made. So that, and as you can see, it's reading 64 bars, meaning that's the amount of candlesticks you passed up. I really don't pay attention to the days and the hours, mainly just how many pips I've came across. And so in the top row, the very last column there, or the very after that comma, you see it says -32. Well, that means, that's your pips right there. So you've dropped 32 pips so far. And yeah, you can just look at that and go from there. Now you do have the magnifying ordeal here, where you can, simply just by clicking. Actually, dang, that was too much. But yeah, as you guys can see, that worked really well. But yeah, you can just click on them wherever you want to view or magnify. You can hold and drag the area you want to view and get a deeper look into, and it'll just zoom in there for you. If you want to zoom out, you can just hit the zoom out button and you'll be good. All right, so you have this magnet button here, right? So pretty much what that does, it makes sure that when you draw the trend line, it gives you a more precise, automatically, connects price for you. So like if I'm trying to go from this wick to this wick, instead of having like, my line be a little bit off where the wick is not fully covered, I can just have it. It automatically like magnetizes it to the precise wick level. So that way you're more on position there. Okay. So this is a pretty cool feature, which allows you to stay in drawing mode. So if you want to simultaneously create a pattern, like let's say I want to create a shoulder head shoulder pattern, then I can do that by just continuously clicking, and won't have to keep going back up here to create another trend line. So here's one trend line, and I click again to create another one, and I click again. So yeah, it's a pretty cool feature that just allows you to be more precise and quicker when you're drawing out these patterns, versus like, let's say if I take off that mode and I draw my trend line, I got to go back up here again, and then, draw another trend line, then go back up here again. So it allows a lot more of instantaneous analysis as well. Okay, so you got this tool here that allows you to lock all drawing tools. So like, that means that if I were to draw this out, it will not be able to be modified. Okay, so let's say I drew something like that. Right, so I have this set up, and if I click lock, that means I will not be able to move it. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to move it, I won't, it will not allow me to move it. So that's a feature that you can use as well. And then if you want to, take out all the drawing tools and stuff, so let me just add some stuff. So if you want to like, just let everything disappear, if you want all of that stuff to disappear, you just hit this icon here. It's pretty much going ghost mode, and you'll see a naked chart here. Okay. Now if you want to delete all of these symbols here, and you can do so by hitting this button here, trash button, and it'll remove all the drawing tools. Okay. Now the object tree, let me show you the object tree. Okay, so the object tree pretty much just allows you to view all of the drawing tool that you have so far. It also allows you to see all of the indicators that you're using as well, and kind of just manage them from there. But you can also manage them here as well. let's take out the drawing tools for a split second, okay? So let's say, actually, this would be a lot cleaner. So whenever you add your indicators, they'll be showing just like this. But if you want to remove them or go ghost mode with those indicators, you can just click a particular indicator that you want to go ghost mode with, and you know it'll just disappear that way. Okay, so also if you want to hide the whole chart, if you don't want to see candlesticks anymore, you can just hit this eyeball button here next to your symbol right here, and it'll allow you to, you know, see your candlesticks and all that stuff. Okay. Okay. Let's see what else. All right. So now what you can do is if you want to navigate from a chart to another, all you really have to do is go here in this area. It'll allow you, or actually you go here. The search icon right here allows you to add symbols. You know, and as you guys see, I already have a lot of symbols already added, but this will usually be clear. You know what I'm saying? And let's go to a. You see how I only have. Let's take all these out. So like I don't have any symbols here, right? But I can add symbols, and you know, go from there. Just add all those symbols and all that stuff. And another neat feature with TradingView is that it allows you to create like little lists of pairs that, you know what I'm saying. So let's say kind of like with MetaTrader 4, if I just only want to have US pairs here, first I can name it US pairs by going to create a new list. And once I click new list, it will allow me to, you know, add a name, and then I'll add that name. For this one, I just call it US pairs. And so I can create a pair. You know, UCAD, UJ. These are all USD pairs, okay? Or pairs that include the USD, right? You know, so forth and so on. And then you can just click on those and, you know, go through them accordingly as well. So yeah, that's a neat feature. You create you know, lists of you know, of pairs on TradingView. Okay. Another cool feature is, like, let's say you want to add a note for this particular pair. All you have to do is just go to that pair, right click, and where is it? And right here where it says add text note, you can click that. You can title it. Usually I just title it like the name of the pair. I'll just title it the name of the pair, and then whatever notes I may want to write, you know. So like, let's say, you know, if this pair so you can write notes and stuff, and you know, I think it's pretty cool. You know, a lot of pretty cool features that you can use here. Let's see. So you can also change the color of your candlesticks as well. And so, you know what I'm saying, if you want to, all you gotta do is right click here. Actually, let me bring this down so I'll make it better for you guys to see. So you just right click here, go to properties, and then so here is where you can change the color. The green is really for bullish pair or bullish candlesticks, you know, candlesticks that are going upwards. So if I want all the candlesticks going upwards to be blue, there you have it. All the candlesticks going upwards will be blue. If I want all the candlesticks going downward to be like yellow, then, you know, they'll all be yellow as well. And you can also color the borders as well. So if you wanted all the candlesticks going up to be yellow, to have a yellow border, you can do that. And you know what I'm saying, you can change the border for, you know, the bearish candlesticks patterns as well. So, you know, it's pretty cool features that you can use here as well. Okay. All right, guys, give me like 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Okay, cool, cool. All right. You can also view news here. You may be asking, okay, well, does this allow me to view news? Well, yes, it does. You actually have this headliner area where it shows more important news and up like more recent news and stuff. And you can actually scroll down and view more news as well. Um, then you have these circle icons here, which as the market moves, it lets you know what point in time news is going to occur. And so, if you click here, it'll show you the type of news that is going to occur. And these markers, being that it's red, means that it's major news. Okay, so keep an eye for that. See, now this has an orange marker, kind of yellowish marker, so that means it's going to be medium impact news. But yeah, it's pretty cool that it allows you to see news as time, as the market moves. I thought that was pretty nice. So let's see. Now, let's say you add an indicator, right? You can do that by going up here where it says indicators, and just add an indicator. So if you want to move, actually, let me take off what I already have so you guys can see it fresh. All right, cool. So you go to indicator, and you'll go to the search box here, which I think is more faster, and type in whatever you want to look for. So let's say RSI, relative strength index, which is right here. Bam, it'll add it. And if you want that to disappear, you just double click on the price chart, and then it'll disappear. And you can double click again to make it come back. You want it to be like on top instead of at the bottom, you can do that just by clicking this arrow. If you want to bring it back down, you can do that as well. So that's pretty cool. If you want to add, let's say, EMAs, you can use EMAs. I have them in my favorites. You can actually create favorites as well just by, clicking on a certain, let's see. You see that star here? That allows you to put it into this favorite folder. So I had the moving average exponential, which I can just click to add. And I click the smooth moving average as well. And as you guys can see, they show up here as well. If I want them to disappear, I just click the icon, and then they'll just disappear as well. Okay, so pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Let's see. Now, another cool feature about TradingView is that that allows you to publish ideas. So you can publish ideas like, let's say let's say I have my whole markup, right? Let's see. Let's say I have my whole markup or whatever. What? I think it was EU. Yeah, I think it was EU. Yeah. So as you guys see, I have this, my whole markup and stuff. And I want the world to see what I was able to predict, or I want the world to see my predictions, what I think is going to happen, right? You can do that. You can just mark up the chart, and then go here where it says publish idea, and then continue publishing, and then you can write the title, and then whatever you want to explain here, and then whether or not you're longing or you're shorting, or whether or not it's a neutral opinion. And then you also use what type of analysis you use, whether or not you use the harmonic pattern, the chart pattern, trend analysis, or whatever it may have been, trend analysis. And then you can publish it by just clicking here. You can make it public, or if you click this icon, this lock button, you can make it private, so only you and a select people like your followers can view it. Okay. Another feature. Let's see what else that I can. Another feature I think that's pretty cool is that you're able to compare pairs like back to back next to each other, right? So you remember how I told you guys how the EU always goes opposite of the dollar index, right? And gold always goes opposite of EU. So let's bring out gold actually. Okay, cool. Or actually, let's leave EU. Okay, so EU, if you go to this compare button, it allows you to compare different pairs. So let's say I want to see gold. Actually, Oh, actually, I had it right. So, or wrong. So, gold and EU are pretty much similar, okay? But if you were to look up UJ, they will go opposite. There we go. Cool. So, gold and EU. So, if EU is dropping, if you think EU is going to make a sell, you can make a sell on gold as well, and double your profits. And since you know that UJ goes opposite of both of these, you can also make a pair of buy order. You know what I'm saying? So you can just mark up one chart, and that'll allow you to predict many other pairs as well. So that's pretty cool. Um, Also, what you can do as well. Let's say you don't want to view. Let's see how we can. Let's say you don't want to view any of these candlesticks. You want to view like only bars or Heikin-Ashi candlesticks. Maybe you just want to see lines, where you just click on lines and bam, it allows you to do that. Or you can click on Heikin-Ashi candlesticks and you'll just see nothing but those type of candlesticks. So forth and so on. So pretty cool features that you can use here. Let's see what else. Awesome. So another thing that's pretty cool too is, like, let's say you're looking at this pair, right? Let's go back to the candles. Let's say you're looking at this pair and you want to see what everybody else is thinking. Okay. You can by going to where it says ideas here, and you can either see what your followers think, or you can just see what your opinions or your ideas. But if you just click what your followers think on this pair, my followers don't have any real opinions. I mean, they have some right here, as you can see here. They have some opinions here, those little dots right there, but they'll let you know whether or not they think that the market is going to go up or down based on where it currently is at. So I think that's pretty cool as well. You can also add a broker by going let's see, opening this up. Oops. Let's see. Okay, there we go. So yeah, they provide only a select few of brokers. That's why I really don't make trades here. So they have Owanda as a potential candidate. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, so you can go to, so here are all the brokers you can choose. You can choose Forex.com as your broker, Poloniex as your broker, Owanda as your broker, CGQ as your broker, but these are only a select few. They only allow like 4. And then paper trading is just really like a demo account that you can just practice, make sales and buys, in the market without really having a broker. Okay, so that's why a lot of people still use MetaTrader 4, because it allows you to have a lot of different brokers and stuff, and go from there. But if you want to shrink the screen and shrink the charts to see overview or a more in-depth chart, then you can just use your scroll bar on your mouse, and it'll let you go in and out of the charts. And then if you want to compress the candlesticks, what I'm saying, you can do that usually by or wow, it might be on lock right now, because usually you'll just drag this up and down, and you will be able to see the charts, the candlesticks compress and all that stuff. So, but yeah, this is where it will usually compress. I'm not sure why it's not, but we're gonna take another quick break, guys, and then from there I'll show you guys how to deal with brokers and all that good stuff. Okay, so see you guys in about 5 minutes, and then we'll go from there. All right.